Hey everybody, I'm Kelly Ellers,
I'm Jeffrey Lennon.
and this is Volume Up by the Tease. Jeff, we've had a week. It's
Sure
been a
did.
week. It's been an
Sure.
awesome
Do
week.
we reveal a little bit? Maybe not everything.
Yeah, I
You
think a
were involved in
little,
a
like
shoot.
I was.
You and maybe we leave it there.
Many other
You
people.
lots
Well,
of other
I
people.
was the subject matter, which was so
This is true.
fun.
Yes. Yep.
And I'm now that's my full-time job. So anyway, we don't want to reveal too much, but it was for a little magazine called Printed by the Tease, if you've heard of
hmm
it.
hmm
And
hmm
it's gonna be killer.
It's gonna be incredible. So shout out to the team. Shout out to you. You
Yeah,
crushed
thank
it.
you.
Cannot
Hmm.
wait for everybody to see these images and behind the scenes and all of that stuff because there's a lot of it. And we'll just leave it there. We'll leave you guys wanting
Wait,
more.
well, I have one last thing. I
Okay, okay.
did, I
A
did
little
have to
spoiler.
sort of gallop on said seamless. So that was new for
Part
me.
part of the brief was that we wanted movement. And you delivered movement.
I
So
did.
there's, so this talent wasn't
Great.
difficult to wrangle.
Yeah. Thank you. I didn't even have a writer. What? I was like, "Do you want water?" I'm like,
Next
"No,
time,
no
I was gonna
water
say
for
next
me.
time,
Mm-mm.
rethink that. Let's get a
Just a
rider for
little
you too.
chicken shawarma and I'm good to go." Okay, up here in the north, we had the most vivid display of northern lights, like absolutely insanity crazy. And, you know, I'm on my energy vibe, and it was like lit. The sky was lit. I was lit. The sky was lit. You can't make this
Energetically,
up. Like
it's
it just,
all
this
very
is,
California woo-woo of you. But it's
I know, I
Wisconsin,
love it.
so
It's
woo-woo
Wisconsin woo.
Wisconsin.
Woo woo.
Yeah. So I feel like, did you see the video of Casey Musgraves talking about the
No,
Northern Lights?
no.
So I'm sure
She's woo woo.
she is woo-woo. And so she said something to the effect of like, you all would think that sending me and tagging me in your videos of the Northern Lights would be a good thing, but like it's not
Oh,
because where I'm
why?
at, where she is, I guess in Tennessee, you could see nothing. So she showed
Oh,
like examples of all of the
just
people
a black
in, and
sky.
then yes, she was just like, it's not
That's
happening for
fair.
me, so stop it.
Stop. Oop.
And that's a little bit how I felt because we were not
Oh,
getting
sorry.
anything on the no, no, no. I mean, I'm gonna be okay. But it was beautiful and I wanted to see it for myself.
Yeah,
But
it
there
was
were so
pretty
many people that
cool.
I knew that were like, look at this and posting pictures in their backyard and it was stunning.
The one thing I feel like is kind of a cheat is like you can see them best through your iPhone. Like, why?
Yeah.
Honestly, why? Why is that? I don't understand.
Something about the way that the technology captures the
So is it like
refracting
real
light.
then? Is it like real if you can't see it with your naked eye? Just
Well,
your legit iPhone? What about the Android users? Could they see it?
oh,
Now
could
that's a
they see it?
question. Hmm.
They can, I don't
That's
think that we've got many Android users in our
in our
in
ecosystem.
population, but maybe we do, and let us know. Answer that question for us, because now I'm curious.
Same.
But you've seen the Northern Lights before, right? Didn't you
Yeah,
see it in Iceland?
yeah, I went to Iceland, which
Yeah.
I highly, highly recommend going to Iceland. It's like a literally different world up there. And there's
Mhm.
like several different worlds. You go from like the black sand to the waterfalls to the northern lights to glaciers. Like, Jeff, I was on a snowmobile on a glacier and I was scared to fucking death. They're like, just don't go next to the crevices or crevasses or whatever they're called because you'll die. You'll just go right into the earth. And it was pretty serious, like they were real serious. And
That would
um
be enough for me not
my
to
I wasn't
do
the
it.
driver, so
Yeah,
that
that's
also
fair.
from a control
Oh,
perspective was
not
real
great.
difficult. Yeah.
But when you were there, you saw the Northern Lights with your naked eye, or this was
Yes,
also an
naked
iPhone?
eye. No, I was
Okay.
sitting on an Adirondack chair with a
Oh,
blanket over me,
just letting it.
just
Okay.
viewing away. It
Yeah.
was beautiful. Really,
So,
you need to take the kids to Iceland too. Let me tell you a story about Iceland. So they in the black sand there, which I had this awesome guide. He's incredible. Couple stories, if I
okay.
may.
Yeah.
So
Please.
the black sand beaches, they're like geothermal, and there's this one restaurant that bakes the bread underneath the black sand in like a black skillet. Isn't that crazy? It's like a whole
That's
thing.
that's
Yeah.
frightening. The whole time that I would be in Iceland, I'd be worried about a volcano going off. Like that's my
Oh,
talking about
yeah, you're
control.
totally stuck. You're
Yeah.
totally stuck.
Yeah.
Um, Another story about
Yeah,
Iceland,
please.
because now this is an Iceland
Travel pod.
podcast.
Let's do it.
Okay, we're there, we're in Reykjavik, right? We're traveling
Hmm.
around this. I mean, you're on a little island, right? And everybody is so joyful. Like they're like, why are Americans so mean? Like, why are you shooting people? We're like, well, that's a really good question.
Great
They
question.
don't lock their doors, number one. But
Can't relate.
number two, Jeff, this is gonna hit so hard for you right now. We're walking around, we're gonna go to this bar. We walk by and we see a baby outside alone. The baby's in a stroller. It's like a brownstone. Like the
Hmm.
baby's at the bottom of the stairs of the brownstone
Hmm.
in the stroller alone. And we're like, there's a there's a baby out here. We don't see any supervision. We don't see any
Hmm.
adults. No doors are open. Like, oh, just ran up to get my keys, coming back down.
No,
No, it was a
taking a
ghost
nap,
town with
right?
this baby. This baby was taking a nap
Hmm.
outside. So
Hmm.
we hustle. Like it was like one of those moments in life you're like, as moms, should we leave this baby? Should we take the baby?
Is this
Like,
baby abandoned?
should we turn this baby in somewhere? Or
Somewhere.
do we like
Yeah.
ethically walk
Yep.
away from
Yep.
said lonely
Yep.
baby?
Yep.
So we walked away from the baby.
Yeah, you do. So I do know this. It's certainly Icelandic, but it might be like
Yes,
wider in
I think
Scandinavia
I
that
think it is.
yeah, this is
So we go to the bar and we're like,
Mhm.
we've got a situation on our hands.
Knock,
There's a
knock.
there's a baby,
It's very
a
American
lonely
energy.
baby
Hmm.
over there by that brownstone. Should we go get the baby?
Mm.
And he's like, laughed out loud. He's like, we leave our
You
babies
idiots.
outside to sleep. And we're like, and you're not
What?
worried. He goes, why would we take somebody's baby? And it was like, fair point.
Yeah.
I contemplated taking the baby.
For different reasons.
I don't know what that means about me, but
Look
all
at this
three of us
baby.
moms thought we were going to take the baby.
Yeah.
So anyway, it's a beautiful place. They were dumbfounded. Well, we leave the babies outside with the car running. We leave the babies outside, like a whole host of babies outside the grocery store. I
That,
mean, it's a
yeah.
place to live. It's a place to be. And you almost like, kind of feel like shit when you come back to the US. Like, we're awful. Just savage. We
This
would
is the
take the
clip.
baby. Yeah. I
Yeah,
mean,
yeah, no, somebody
so
would take the baby. I mean, let's be
yeah.
real, especially like
And that's
Florida. I'm
awful.
just thinking of like
Oh, you're just gonna
you could
beat
get
down
away with it in
Florida
like
now?
certain. Oh yeah, let's go. Like we're gonna shit on.
You're gonna
Let's.
drag
I feel
Florida.
like there's places in particular where you could definitely not do
I
a lot of those
know.
things, and that's one of those places.
Yeah. So, I mean, just experience after experience after
Yeah,
experience.
visit
It was a
Iceland.org or
time
whatever.
to
Let's
live.
plug
This pod sponsored by
the
Iceland.com,
government of Iceland.
by Air Iceland.
I wish they would. If you're listening, Icelanders, let's roll. I'm sure
Yeah,
there's hair salons. Let's do it.
I
Let's
want to
go.
meet an Icelandic stylist
Hmm.
because I
Hmm.
there's a look there too. There's
I'm
a look,
sure.
a vibe, a feeling anyway. So, it's a
Okay. All
little,
right. Well, let's manifest
yeah.
that. Let's get that on the list for
Look at you. Now
2026. Let's
manifesting is part of your vocab now,
I
which
mean
I'm
it
like
is,
totally here
and it is
for.
part of your shtick. So
Life.
let's make it
Life.
happen.
Yes.
Please and
Okay.
thanks.
Okay.
Let's talk traditions a little bit closer to
Mhm.
home.
Okay. Oh,
We already shat on
cool whip.
Thanksgiving, which I don't believe in for a host of
Yes.
reasons. But it is approaching, and it
Yes.
is
It's
also the
it's
holiday. So,
close.
like, what are things that are happening in
Hmm.
your life around said holiday and other holidays that are approaching?
Well, we're hosting, and my husband makes a big to do. Actually, this morning, in fact, he said, I heard
We're 2 weeks
Costco.
out.
Yeah,
Two
I
weeks
heard
out.
Costco is having a limited drop of these special turkeys this weekend.
Wow.
Hmm.
How did he
And
hear about this?
so he said, I heard they're unfrozen. And I said, but you're going to have to freeze it
Yeah, to keep it.
to keep. And he goes, yeah, good point.
Uh,
One year he bought an organic turkey. The turkey is his whole thing. It's his whole existence for the whole
sure,
month of November.
sure.
And then we talk about it into December.
Hmm?
He makes the turkey. It's this whole production. Like nobody in the world has ever made a turkey, but he makes a turkey. Um, One year he bought like an organic skinny kind of chicken and he was like, never again. Like
Mm,
I'm doing butterball all the way. I don't care
hmm.
what it's injected with, but
Yeah,
that's what we're having.
yeah.
And then he talks about the size of the turkey and then he talks about how many turkeys. And so
Wait,
it's,
how many turkeys we're doing?
well,
There's
we
not
have a
that many
lot of people
people.
coming and
Okay,
I
that's fair.
suggested,
That's
what
fair.
about a ham? And he was like, a ham. So anyway,
Ham,
that's a
that's
tradition.
respectable. That's a thing
I'm
that makes
saying.
sense. People do.
And
Huh.
then the other thing that I'm totally obsessed with
Hmm.
which is along the lines of the Cool Whip, is, you know what I'm going to say, don't you?
No,
You
no,
know what I'm
keep
going to
going.
say.
Surprise me.
Thank you to Ocean Spray. Thank you to Ocean Spray for the
Never.
gelatinous can
Oh,
of cranberry-ness
mess. Yeah.
because
It's certainly not
it
cranberries.
is slurped right out of the can
With the
and put on
ridges.
a plate with the ridges. Yes, with the ridges. We don't even try to hide the ridges. Like they're
No,
just they're that's
there.
part of the
That's part
charm.
of, yeah, that's
Part
part
of
of
the
it.
charm. So
Oof.
that always has to happen, and everybody just takes a little sliver of it because you
Little.
just want to have a little taste.
Yeah,
You don't
you
want to
don't
have
want
too much of that. The toxicity level is probably real high.
to.
This podcast is not sponsored by Ocean Spray because we just
No, but
drug
it,
them.
well, but it
They,
could be.
I mean,
I like other products that they make, I guess.
I guess.
Yeah, there's that
What
that
about
one.
you? Like that hits. Like you cannot have Thanksgiving
No,
without
it's got to
the
be
Ocean
there.
Spray cranberry
Yeah,
can.
often at my family celebration, it's like a combination where it's there's that and then there's
Yes, and like
actual
the
stuff.
same,
But
same.
pick your poison kind
It's
of
like
thing.
yeah, yeah. So
Uh, now you
this will
really
come full circle. Okay, so my grandma used to actually chop up like cranberries real small, like minced or something, and
hmm?
then mix them with Cool Whip, and that was the cranberry side, and that also slaps.
Oh, now that
Hmm
no, you convinced me. That
hmm
sounds interesting. I
Yeah,
would,
it's real good. It's like a sweet tart thing.
huh? Okay,
You're welcome. What
all
about
right.
you, Tradish? What do you have?
I mean,
Do you go to your parent, your
my in-laws.
in-laws?
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So, I mean, most often it's all of those same things. They make some sort of they are very nice and they'll make some sort of fish or like
Oh, for
shrimp
you.
dish for
Yeah.
me.
Okay.
And then we are linking up with an aunt who's
Okay.
they're vegetarian, and so they have some
Oh,
sort of like
jeez.
tofurkey
Ugh,
situation, which
gross.
yeah,
Okay, you eat that? Mm-hmm.
I like pick at it. It's you know,
Okay. Like a little
it's
snip, like
right, like it's similar to the cranberry
gelato. Yeah.
ness. Yeah,
Okay.
you
Just like
just
a
like
little fork
like I'll put it
full.
in. But no, for me, mostly it's just about eating pumpkin pie. That's all
Oh,
that I'm
that
really
you're a
interested
pumpkin
in.
pie. Okay.
We talk, I
I thought
mean,
you were gonna say
again,
stuffing.
no, 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 gross, gross. I mean, I like bread,
Gross.
but I mean, no, because often it's like with, other things
No,
that
no, no.
people,
I think that's disgusting. One time my mother-in-law pulled out like the neck of the turkey
that's,
and was like putting I was
yeah,
what?
yeah. No, I agree that
Whatever
it
you
should
do
be a
with
separate
that.
thing. And again, my in-laws very kind and they'll do a separate thing, but
They
still,
make separate stuffing for you
they
too?
do, but then do you know what happens when you have like dietary restrictions? Is that
No.
everybody else wants to sample it too. So it's really like
Oh, you're
you're
like, no, that's
helping.
mine.
Well, but you
That's
can't because
mine.
that's not hospitable, etc. So
It's
then
not very gracious.
no,
Yeah.
it's certainly not as a guest. But so then everybody's sampling it and everybody's better for it. So
Do
are
you
they
think
doing it
your
for me?
in-laws, yeah, they're doing, yeah, I don't know.
But
They're
are
doing
they
it for
doing
the
it for
variety.
they're not
Do you
listening to this,
think
so I can
that
say it.
You think that like the first time you came for the holidays, you're like, what the fuck? Like now we have to make all separate stuff for him. Like, Kate, what were we doing here with this selection? Like, did they balk at it?
No, because they're foodies. They're like
Okay, so
foodie
okay.
and drink people. So like it was a
Okay.
challenge that they were up
Okay.
for. They're
Oh,
like,
wow.
oh, we get
Right
to
family for you.
yeah, no, I know. Expand the palette kind of thing. So it's worked
Okay.
out well. And now we're
Okay.
like making tortillas together. Like, they're better
Wow.
for it. We're
They're
all better
better
for
for
it.
it. They're better for it.
Expanding their horizons, they're expanding mine. And
You
we find
know,
little cocktails. That's my
oh,
favorite part of Thanksgiving is like
really?
what are our cocktails going to be? That's
Like multiple sippers and like you're just
it's
like
usually like a
going,
signature, like a signature. We'll
really?
figure out one and then we'll do like one or two of those and we'll transition to wine.
So you're
So
going in deep on
I
Thanksgiving
mean,
and like
'tis the season. That's again,
this is
that's how I
season.
feel. It's
I
it's
mean
not
it's
about it's the preview to what's to
yeah,
come,
we covered that.
you
Yeah,
know?
you're just kind of a or Thanksgiving hater. Hey, speaking of not haters,
Okay.
who reposted your story this week casually?
Huge.
Yeah.
One Hillary Duff. We're
Yeah.
gonna get to that story in a
Okay, okay,
bit.
okay.
But yeah, so it was on her radar, which
Yeah.
terribly flattering. Huge.
Hmm.
That's really all there is to say. I don't even.
It's
It's
like
real.
you've peaked.
Oh yeah, no, Pete. There's no topping that.
No,
But
well,
we will see
Beyonce for
because,
you.
well, yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yes, that would probably. But beggars can't be choosers.
Yeah, we'll take Hill
Yeah,
Duff.
we'll take Hillary
Yeah.
Duff. And
Hmm.
maybe we'll see if this helps us to get some tickets later because I'm waiting on this pre-sale just along with so many
Seriously?
other. Oh,
You are, yeah.
I mean, when I wrote that she's the queen of the millennials,
You had
I
that
I
ticket in
meant it.
mind.
Oh yeah. As soon as she said that we're gonna do a limited tour thing, I was like, of course you are.
I love her
Let's feel
reinvention.
feelings.
Like, hell
Oh no,
yes.
there's nobody. I mean, you could compare if you're lazy to a Lindsay Lohan,
Oh,
but Hilary Duff has had a very different trajectory. That
yes.
is, I think,
Yeah.
far more interesting and less colorful, more
Mm,
consistent.
fair. Yes.
So
Definitely more consistent. Yeah.
didn't need to
Less
go
colorful.
away and come back with, and I
Yeah.
won't, we're not shaming, just so
Mm-mm.
there's that,
Because we
you
love a
know?
Lindsay.
We love
Mm-hmm.
Lindsay.
Love
Again,
that
not
hair.
the queen of the millennials, something to us.
Princess of?
I
No.
don't know, like when you think about it, like in the sort of pantheon of, right? Like she's like because she
A
was always like a
character.
squirrely,
Yeah.
you know, doing something that she shouldn't have been getting herself into kind of
Mm-hmm.
thing.
Kind of
And
like
then,
that though.
no,
Like
I know,
that's
no,
kind of
it's
how I
very
think of
endearing.
Miley Cyrus, because I'm
Yes,
kind of like
yes.
she got into the shit and then
Yeah.
she like right set. Now she's like back.
Yeah. No, that's fair.
I
That's
mean,
fair.
I
Yeah,
don't
but
know.
Hillary occupies an interesting space of
She
like
does.
she's not wholesome necessarily, but she didn't go full tilt
Yeah.
into, what can befall a child
Oblivion.
star.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. Oh
anyway,
yeah,
we'll get
yeah.
into that.
Anyway,
Yeah.
we're
All
gonna
right,
get
but
into
let's this is a good transition
that.
into celeb photos of the week.
Okay.
This we don't have Hillary in the mix because I would fawn all over.
Yeah.
But we do have some others. So follow along with these looks on our Instagram in the show notes. You'll see what we're referring to. And now there's going to be videos where you're seeing them and
Ooh.
it'll make much more sense.
I like that.
So the
I like
first one we've
this.
got Chapel Roan.
Yeah. Yeah. Where was she?
The rate. Oh my God. At the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame induction ceremony.
Yeah.
Oh, she was. Who was she? She was inducting Cyndi Lauper.
Yeah. Which she's Cyndi Lauper. I mean, come on, True
Yeah, no,
Colors. Like, what are we
incredible.
doing? Like, she's been around and back too.
Yeah. I'm I'm gonna say it.
Okay.
I'm not into Chapel Roan. I think it
I
is Lady
thought you
Gaga
were.
light. No, I like the more that I'm sitting with her, the
Hmm.
more shticky and performative I
Yeah. I
find
don't.
it to be.
Same.
And I know that this is a generational thing. Like because I
Mm,
remember when I was younger, Gaga, Madonna, like I get it. I'm
yeah.
not delusional, but
Every
I'm
generation
finding
needs one, I
yeah, so
guess.
I'm sure that's what this is. I'm finding it is a little bit too easy to piece together the references.
Yes. Yeah.
And I think like that's dirty work. So, and then
Mm,
just like, yeah, yeah, she's an interesting character, as it
yeah.
were.
Meh.
And yeah, so I mean, like, I respect the sort of drag of it all, but it is a little bit one note. We have like different sort of fanciful elements. So in this case, she's
Yeah.
wearing this insane headpiece.
Hmm.
But
Kind
then
of
we're
like what would it be like a priest would wear? What are those called? Like the
I don't- some sort of papal thing. No, that's very
Yeah.
fair. Very
Yeah. I
fair. I
mean, it
don't
looks, I
couldn't,
think
and
that's
I'm a
what she's
Catholic, couldn't
going
tell you.
for.
Yeah, it's just but we are it's just, but it's kind of like a showgirl though,
Yeah. It's,
with
and
like
then you've
the
got, yeah,
bejeweled top and then it's
one string
apparently
of pearls. Come on. Like,
this is maybe
that's
something
too
that
on the
Cyndi
nose.
Lauper wore
Oh,
as we go further
possibly.
into this carousel.
Oh,
So
let's
there's
go into
that.
that
I
carousel,
don't
shall
I'm
we?
look, I'm it's like a one for me. I don't care. Sorry.
I don't care either. Oh, it does look like she wore that, but she wore it much better. Cindy did.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't care for Chapel Roan either. I think
I
that
like her
she's like
music. I'm
kind of,
just
oh, I don't. No.
all right, there's that.
Trying too hard. Anyway, the
Yeah,
hair on this
there's
with the
that. There's that.
papal,
Hmm.
crown, priest crown, and then you just have some red tendrils. And I think
Yeah.
that this look couldn't use any more hair. Like we've
Yeah.
overdone it all. And
Yeah.
so maybe we didn't even need to see the red tendrils, but I will say the colors are really nice.
Yeah.
I like the color, her hair
I
color.
don't know. Her hair color is great. I mean, the makeup is dope. So like, there's that. But we're not
Makeup's
talking
good.
about the makeup. We're talking about the
Mm-mm.
hair. And the hair, she's been doing this thing for a minute because she's got
Yeah.
the headpiece. So again, it's like a one for me. I don't really.
Okay. Yeah, I'm a one too. Blech.
All right. Next up, we've got Rosalia
Mm-hmm. Latest album.
Lux. Lux.
I like it when you
I
say
don't.
it better.
I
So
don't. So okay. It's hard because these are so about the whole look in addition to the
yeah.
hair. I will say I'm a Rosalia hater. I loved,
Oh,
and then I fell off with Motomami because of the sort of exploitative nature and cultural appropriation aspect
yeah.
that I don't think she has
Oh, okay.
recovered from.
Okay, okay.
And now we're sort of going back to our roots, which you can't see me. I'm
Yeah.
doing air quotes. I don't love when people do that. Sort of fleeing back to something. Anywho, the hair. The big thing, I mean, because it's sort of pulled back, it looks demure, is that she's debuted the halo. So we've bleached this
Yeah.
enormous ring, and I'm just gonna lay it out for others. This has been done before.
Oh.
Caroline
hmm
Polachek did this 12 years ago.
You just knew that off the top of your head?
Because I'm a big fan of Caroline Polachek, who's also doing
Okay,
really
fine. All
interesting
right.
music and
I guess you
visuals.
did. You absolutely did.
And it grew out, and that was part of the thing, which is very cool. So, like, I'm curious to see how this look continues to evolve. Uh, yeah, that's where I'm
Did you
at.
explain what it was?
Did I? It's a halo,
Like a
bleached halo
blonde
at the very
strip.
crown of her head,
hmm
in a circle, which is presumably going to be growing out, unless this is a wig, but it doesn't look to be a wig. This looks to
No.
be her hair, which I think will be interesting to see it grow out and see what she continues to do with it. So yeah, this is like a, I don't know, like a five for me. It's
Oh,
pulled
okay.
back. It's
Yeah.
got some
I'm like
curl.
a four probably. Like I think it's a
Okay.
nice try.
Great.
I
Nice
think
try.
it's a nice. I actually don't like the outfit at all. I think it's incredibly unflattering, and she's obviously stunning. But like, we're
That's
taking
her
the low
thing.
rise way too
That's
far.
her thing, you know.
Just needs to
Again,
be
it's
hiked up a little bit.
this is the generational aspect, and I'm glad
This
that
is
they're
the
putting these in
generational
front of us
aspect.
because
Yeah. Uh-huh.
we're digging ourselves
I'm
deep
just
into
gonna tell
this.
you what's up.
Yep.
hmm
And then another one that I fear we're gonna just not be able to recover from. Millie Bobby Brown.
Yes.
She's at the premiere of Stranger Things
Yeah.
season
Yeah.
5. We are now no longer a blonde. We are this sort of like cherry red color.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's an
Yeah.
updo with these little tendrils.
And kind of a braid in the back, actually. Yeah.
Fun. Uh, I mean, updos are having a moment. We're seeing this red carpets everywhere for different events and premieres and what I like this. This is interesting to me. I much prefer this color to her than the blonde that she had earlier.
Yeah.
It's a little bit more fun, I think. I don't know. It's like a 7, 8.
Yeah. I'm gonna give it a seven. I actually like the daring color. I think she's got a
Mm-hmm.
beautiful complexion, right?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, she's absolutely stunning, I
Mm-hmm.
think. And the outfit didn't need a lot of hair, a lot of extra hair because it was a very voluminous kind of black lace with feathers. And so
Mm-hmm.
she did a little more simplistic hair. And, you know, on the side note of updos, I've never understood why people.
Keep going. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, we just
What
put
have you
my
not
gosh,
understood?
why, for a special occasion, do people automatically think they need to put their hair back? Because
Hmm.
most people don't have their hair back all the
For
time or
normal.
really
Yeah.
ever like that. And so you don't even look like yourself. Like nothing irritates me more when you sit down at a wedding and you see the bride come back with like the tightest
Yeah.
updo and like a little roll in the back. And it's like, why? Why
Yeah.
didn't you just have
What
your
compelled
hair
you?
down like a lion's mane? But you know, I
You
think they're
know,
not
not for
needed.
everybody.
I don't think that it needs to be something. that you automatically do because you're like, put a dress
No,
on. Like,
that's
I
fair.
don't,
That's fair.
yeah,
Yeah. Well, I think that people maybe think that they don't
it's like
want to
fancy.
distract from, well, that it's fancy, it's translated, it's something different. But I think it is a default to not distract from the dress, especially if it's a
Yeah,
sort of
that's fair.
like
Yeah,
statement making thing. Like
I
this,
understand
I
that.
think probably calls for it. But you're right. Like
This
in
calls for it.
general,
Hmm.
probably not. We don't necessarily need to. That said, I'm interested in these more interesting updos. So
Yeah.
this like there's
I don't
more.
want a French twist. I don't
No,
need a
no, no.
French twist. Like
Although some
that
of the
should
French
die.
twists that we're seeing are really good.
Okay, fine.
It's the messier ones, not the like super clean
Yeah.
90. But anyway, I'm here for this. So this we're ending on a good note. We didn't shit on everybody.
Yeah. No, we didn't. Good
There's that.
job.
Well, shout out to Pete Burkill because this look is
Shouts.
it's good. It's
Great
real good.
color. Good job.
As always, we have this week's top stories that you need to know about. So let's buckle up. Another someone who's experimenting with updos, probably related to what has happened, is Ariana Grande. So she's
Mhm.
on the Wicked for Good press tour trail. We're
Yeah.
seeing her across the world, and she has debuted the darker color that is
Hmm.
sort of brunette-ish. And it's certainly more than like a blonde. We're in brunette territory now, and also
Yeah.
some bangs. So
Hmm.
what are your thoughts here?
For me, I just don't understand why like celebrities always have like this one signature look.
Mhm.
And I feel like she's always got her hair back with the doe eyes, with the light eyebrows. And I just want her to go a couple steps deeper. Like, let's let that hair down. Let's let it down. Let's let it free it up.
So I I wonder what we are working with. So she's
Mm.
saying to people, I guess, in Entertainment Tonight, that she's now going as the actress playing Glinda versus being
Oh,
Glinda when
okay.
she was shooting all this stuff, and so that's why it's darker now. And she's ready to move on from the role, which makes
We
sense.
all are. Why is it back? Like, I was like,
There's a
geez,
part two.
like,
They got to finish
did we
the
need
yeah.
that? Did we?
We
Okay, we needed
did.
that.
We
Okay, we did.
needed it.
Okay,
We
okay,
needed
fine.
it.
I didn't even watch the other
Oh
one.
my God, get into it. But yeah, no, so she's again darker. I think it's like a little bit of a safety blanket slash
Uh,
also I
hmm
wonder about from maybe the integrity of the hair after the bleaching
That's
and the
fair. It looks
processing and
really fine, which I feel bad for her because everyone wants non-fine hair, I think.
yeah.
Maybe that's just me.
Yeah, no, I think that seems to be the trend. People want fuller. So yeah, I do wonder if it's a situation of not being able, or maybe it
Hmm.
being different than maybe like we're really working with like a bob. And
Yeah.
that's not the look that she's going. So
Yeah.
yeah, I mean,
It's
but fair
fine.
point. It's fine.
It's fine. I mean, it's
I like
totally
the
expected.
darker.
It's like
Yeah,
totally
yeah, yeah.
expected.
Yeah,
Like
I mean,
nothing new
she's not gonna
here.
be blonde forever.
I feel like it could have been a picture from last year. Like it's just like,
But she wasn't a brunette last year. Now she's oh
oh,
my
they
God,
just
my mic is
photoshopped
giving
it.
up.
It's fine. Okay.
That's fair. That's fair. I mean, yeah, then we got a look going on.
We gotta look.
We'll
Look,
see if
look.
the brows come back darker or if they still stay in this sort of bleached, which again, we
I
know I
know
love a
you
bleached
love a I
brow.
know
I
you love a
know.
bleach brow. Why don't
I
you
can't
just go
pass it
ahead and
up.
bleach yours? Just like do it.
I'm
Do
thinking
it.
about it. I'm thinking about losing this hair and then I can't have both. I
No.
can't have both. I can't have a bleach brow and
Yeah,
like
you
a
can't. You're
mullet
right.
situation. So anyway,
But I
making
really like the
negotiations.
curls, but we know that. This is
Yeah,
not
thank
new.
you. It's
But I
just
like the beard too. Like that's kind of new. It's like fuller,
it is. It is.
right?
We'll see. We'll see. It's winter. Who knows?
Oh, it's winter in Northern Cal.
Yeah,
Yeah. Burr.
it's the winter of my life. We
Wow,
got
I kind
some
of have a chip
man
on my
makeup.
shoulder today, don't I?
A little bit,
All
which is fine. We'll
right.
take
It's
it.
like
No,
not likely.
it makes it more interesting for all of us. Have a chip on your shoulder about this next story,
Yeah,
which
I
is
know
that
you do. Yeah,
Shay
okay.
Mitchell
Hmm.
has a kids beauty slash skincare brand.
Hmm.
So it's called Reenie.
Hmm.
What do we think
Okay.
about this? Because I know there are strong opinions, and I hold them, but I want to hear about yours first.
Well, like on the main site, it's like they're launching their hydrogel masks, and it's like,
Mm,
why? Why
mm,
does an 8-year-old need a mask? I
mm,
just don't, because these are little children. I
mm,
think it's introducing something way too soon.
mm,
Why mess with their skin, like
mm.
prepubescent skin? Why are we messing with this? There's a
You,
little kid in overalls with a face mask on.
yeah,
It's
nailed it.
absurd.
Nailed it. Yeah.
I don't like it.
So
It's
you
tapping into
are
something that I don't find is right.
great, great. So you are, I think, with the majority of
Yeah.
people, which is to say, what the fuck is happening here? Shay Mitchell, like, she's got her bag from Bays. Like, I
Hmm.
appreciate that you got to diversify your assets and you got money to spend, like all of that. But maybe do like a skincare brand for yourself. I mean, not that we need another celebrity skincare brand, but
These
like, Jesus, God, like, what are we
I
thinking?
I feel it's a little
Oh, a little?
exploitative. Like it's
Hmm.
exploiting young children. Look at the children on the homepage. Some are like
Yeah. Are they her
4.
kids? It doesn't
I think
matter.
it's
It's,
terrible.
yeah, yes. And so I think most people do think that it's terrible. I
I
just like,
can't get
why
over
not?
it. I can't.
Great. I'm glad I brought this because
I
I was
think
like,
it's
I'm going to be
awful.
the only one.
No,
This is wild. So maybe we don't do this. Maybe we sunset this business venture.
I
Or
think we
pivot,
sunset
just
it.
pivot into young adults. Like this could be Gen Alpha, maybe.
Yeah. And I
I
mean, it's
don't.
like, oh, our formulas have so much transparency. Well, they should. These are
Yeah, because it's for
children.
kids.
It's EU compliant. Yeah, it should be. I mean, a selling point is there's no harmful synthetic dyes.
Right.
Thanks. That's cool.
Thanks. Thanks. Well,
Because
I
I want
wouldn't.
to put
Yeah. Yeah.
red number 40, yellow
Well,
number
so is
5,
the
number
thinking here
6,
like,
and
well,
blue number
They're
1.
already experimenting with mom skincare, so let's get
like what is
Not
I
a
just like
4-year
what was
old.
No, I know it's wild. Having
And
said that,
if
I
I had a
have
girl, I would be doing all of the things and we'd be going all over to do all the things. But my 4-year-old does not need a face mask.
no, but I will say after I have shot all over this that
Okay.
my she was 6 at the
Mm.
time
Oh, okay.
absolutely has done a face
Okay.
mask because mom was doing it. But we were in Japan, and I
Japan
mean,
hits different. Like
yeah, I feel like the
people
rules didn't
probably walking around with
apply.
face masks on in Japan. Like,
True, true. So then it's like, well, is this just cultural? Because if anyway, the point is we don't like this. Not one bit.
no.
Shame on you. Don't do this. Think about something else.
Shame on you.
Yes, pivot into something better, please.
There's better things you could do. Let's
Yeah,
just put it
better
that
use
way.
of your money, your Bays bag. Just spend it on something else, right?
Yeah, like
Find a different hobby.
I, gross.
Today we're here with Cassondra Morse. Cassandra is a salon owner, master stylist, and educator with over 22 years of experience in the beauty industry. She spent the past 2 years as an educator with Pure Brazilian, specializing in professional smoothing and hair health.
Make sure that you subscribe, rate, and review, and follow us on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, and TikTok at Read the Tease, and send in questions to volume up at thetease.com.
Let's talk Tease Beauty News. First up, it is Native American Heritage Month. And so this
Yes.
story, I think, hits particularly resonantly. I'm pleased that we have it. So this is from a
Same.
contributor. The article is called Owning the Narrative, Colonial Tension and Cultural Reclamation.
Mm.
While it may seem far off, the strain between indigenous identity and colonial erasure continues today, in language, land, and especially in beauty. What does reclamation look like? Is it necessary? How can the indigenous communities regain their strengths through honoring their past and celebrating modern beauty standards? There's an evolution to be explored, and it speaks to the ongoing strength and resilience of indigenous beauty. How do these ancient rituals speak to the continued fight for recognition and justice beyond campaign aesthetics? Who's reclaiming in an authentic way that honors their ancestors? Head to tease.com for our interview with Cece Meadows, the founder and CEO of Prados Beauty.
Yeah, Jeff, I love this. In the story, it was noted like what are some of her challenges? And one of the biggest challenges was access to capital, mentorship, shelf space, and that's something that I'm glad you're bringing this to the forefront because we don't need those barriers in today's world.
Mm,
This is an incredible product with incredible symbolism. I mean, the artwork on the packaging is crazy
so
good.
thoughtful. Yep.
I
Yep.
love it. It's so beautiful. All right. Dun dun dun. Next up, we teased this one. Ooh,
we
I didn't even do that. Barb Thompson on Hillary Duff's quote mature music video hair. And I can talk to this because I'm also quote mature.
Okay.
Millennial group chats and DMs were ablaze last week, and so was our editor in chief when our unofficial queen, Hillary Duff, announced Mature, her first single since 2015, Slept On, Breathe In, breathe out. Then she dropped the song and music video and removed any doubt that she was back. She was back. In the video for Mature, Duff sings to her younger self from the vantage point of having seen some shit, a meta reference to her own life and decades-long career in the spotlight. The two are linked by Duff's signature blonde, styled to perfection by celebrity hairstylist and longtime collaborator Barb Thompson. One of the hair designs for the music video, Thompson said to the Tease, "We really wanted to feel cool. I know I say this a lot, but not fussy, effortless, and lived in." Thompson delivered on her own distinctly California aesthetic, an undone texture that rivals the best French girl hair using biologic products on set. Learn more about this look and why Hilary Duff regrammed this story. Head over to thetease.com. Jeff, are you going to maybe frame that?
If I could frame a
screenshot?
repost, I would. Maybe the screenshot gets printed and put
and
somewhere. I'm really happy about this. So Barb Thompson is an incredible hairstylist. Her
Yes.
clientele stacked, and obviously it includes Hilary Duff. And so Barb was really, really lovely about what she was able to share, the inspo, the tips, the products. And yeah, this is a big fucking deal for Hilary Duff, for millennials. It's a great song.
for
It's a great
us.
video. Yeah. And so I was happy
Thank
to
you.
be able to be part of this. But yeah, check it out. Thank you so much to our contributors and editors, like myself in this case. That's really disgusting.
You
For
are
this
the
week's beauty,
best.
yeah.
Pat.
Pat, thank you so much to our contributors and editors for this week's beauty news. And don't forget to check out more stories like these on thetease.com. Cassondra Morse is a salon owner, master stylist, and educator with over 22 years of experience in the beauty industry. She has owned and operated Gems Salon since 2007 and has spent the past 2 years as an educator with Pure Brazilian, specializing in professional smoothing and hair health. Cassondra is passionate about empowering stylists through education, mentorship, and resilience within the industry.
All right. Today we've got a great one, a salon owner, master stylist, educator. Welcome, Cassondra, to Volume Up by the Tease.
Hello, how are you?
We are good. It's a nice sunny day here. We'll take it, right?
Oh, I have the opposite. It is raining hard out there.
Shoot. Okay. Well, rain's good luck, right? Good luck for our podcast.
I hope so.
So we're going to get into it. We want to start with how you first got started in the beauty industry. I know your bio said 22 years. Take us back. Like, when did you know you wanted to be in this beautiful industry?
I did not. I did
Oh.
not know I wanted to. So in high school, we have the option of a trade program while we're in high school. And I had no idea what I wanted to do. My boyfriend at the time was like, well, just go to cosmetology. At least you have something. Then when you get out, you can do that for a little while before you go into college, once you decide what you want to do. And it is just the first thing in my life that kind of just clicked for me. It just, everything just kind of fell into place. Not that I've been wonderful at it from the get-go, because honestly, who is? And nor am I now. So, it was just the first thing that made sense to me. So,
yeah. Were you a creative person? You liked to create, or?
I've always been very, very crafty, I would say. I wouldn't say I'm, I would say I'm crafty. We'll
All right. Well, we need craft. And now you're mastering your craft. We love that.
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely.
I love those programs in high schools. I don't know why all high schools don't do that, to be honest.
It's such a fantastic opportunity. There's absolutely no reason why every school should not be doing it.
Because how beautiful, even if, let's say you do want to go on to other education, I mean, you've got a built-in part-time job, full-time job, whatever it is. I just think that's a beautiful thing. And we need to get that in all schools across the country.
Agreed.
What was your journey like to get here? So you graduated cosmetology school as you were a senior, right, in high school.
Yep.
And then where did it take you?
I started out immediately at a, what was it? It was like not a cost cutters. Cutting crew. I started at cutting crew. I worked there for about 6 months, and then they offered me a management position somewhere else. I went on to do that and just went straight from that into renting a booth and opening my business. So I opened my business in 2007. So just a few years after graduating.
Yeah, that's awesome. And you got some great foundational skills, right?
Absolutely.
I think that's interesting thought too, is like, we expect stylists, barbers, estheticians to, go to school and then open their own storefront. And it's like, wait a second, like I'm good at the craft, but I got to learn all the other stuff too. So, it sounds like a good route that you have that foundation.
Yeah, it was very nice.
What about mentors or role models in the world that you look up to from our industry?
So my very first would have been my Uncle Charlie. So my Uncle
Ah,
Charlie had he was my great uncle actually.
okay.
And he owned a big salon here in
Oh,
my area. He taught a lot of the stylists who were actually on their way out at the point that I was coming in.
okay.
So he was the first. He taught me all about clipper cutting. Obviously I perfected that a little more later when I worked with a barber. So she was fantastic. And I hate to say it, but I can't even remember her name at this point. I was struggling so hard to try and remember it the other night. So she was fantastic. She taught me all the barbering. And honestly, I was a Paul Mitchell right from the
Okay.
get-go.
Okay.
And so Robert Cromians, I think he's amazing and his heart is just
Yeah.
there. I think that's a lot of what inspired me as I continued to go.
Yeah, I love that. What about an aha moment that made you realize I want to go beyond styling? I want to focus on hair health and education.
So, I think that's kind of been something that's been with me for a
Okay.
very long time. I never wanted to, I always wanted to make people happy, but I always wanted to
Yeah.
keep their hair healthy. So
Yeah.
I've obviously learned more as I've grown, but I wouldn't say I ever had a specific aha moment when it comes
Okay.
to that.
All right. Um, what do you think? I mean, your clients in the chair. Have you seen expectations shift regarding what constitutes healthy hair? I mean, probably when you started 22 years ago, we weren't even talking about hair health, were we?
No,
Yeah,
no,
it's like
not at all.
burn it down. Like,
there wasn't there wasn't much care. It was all about how the hair looks, right? And we could fake it for a ways, with
yeah,
certain products. But now people are learning and stylists are educating more, which
yeah,
I think is fantastic. That's something that as this industry has grown, I think it's awesome to see stylists actually educating their guests
yeah,
as opposed to just each other.
yeah.
So, and that's where things have changed with clients too. And social media, of course, has helped with that as well.
Yeah, I agree. When you're sitting and talking with a client, how do you define healthy hair to them? Like, what's your
Uh,
consult?
So basically, I explained to them that it starts with the scalp.
Yeah.
It doesn't start with the scalp, excuse me. It starts with what they're eating, what they're doing, their scalp health, and from there on out. And they're knowing that more coming in as well. So when I
Yeah.
say to them, okay, I love that photo that you're showing me. This is what it's going to take, and this is what it's going to do, and this is what you're going to have to continue to do from
Yeah.
there on out. They're listening more now. They're understanding more, and they want that knowledge. It's not like, no big deal.
Yeah.
Although we do have a few of those. They're still
Yeah,
like,
for
do it
sure.
anyways. And I say, absolutely not. Find
I
somebody else.
mean, I remember I had my curling iron. It's hair in the curling iron,
Mhm.
spraying hairspray on said curling iron.
Yep. Yep.
What are you gonna
Yep.
do? We needed to
Yep.
stay. It
Yep.
was the 90s,
Exactly.
baby. Right now you have both hats, salon owner and educator. Talk to me about how you balance those two roles day to day, because I'm sure it's a challenge.
So it is and it isn't. The
Yeah.
challenge is the scheduling, but I'm always educating, and I'm educating my guests, I'm
Yeah.
educating my stylist, I'm educating myself. So I don't, as far as balance, I think the biggest balance is just the scheduling and making
All
sure I'm
right.
doing that properly and explaining to my guests that I'm doing this for them as well, because
Yeah.
ultimately that's my biggest thing, is that everything I do is so that I'm giving the absolute best to the person that's in my chair. That's what I care about the most.
I love it. And that speaks volumes of our industry as a whole, right? I mean, it's so beautiful. I think once you enter this industry, you don't leave because you're literally making people feel beautiful every day. Like, where
We're
else
here to
are we
serve.
doing that? Yeah,
Absolutely.
I love
Absolutely.
that. Okay, your salon is called Gems. Do I have that right?
Yes, ma'am.
That's adorable.
Thank
Um,
you.
Tell me about the name. Tell me why it's different.
So,
Yeah, go ahead.
sorry. So Gems started as what is it, a Enneagram, right? Isn't that what it's
Uh-huh.
called?
Yes.
Okay. So it started as Glamorous Expressions Multicultural Salon
Okay.
because my goal when I was in school, I realized that there was a whole group of people that weren't being served in our area. And I'm like, that's insane. That's insane. We're stylists. We should know how to take care of everybody. We shouldn't be turning people away. And so that was my goal from the very beginning is making sure that I could serve and my client or my stylist could serve everyone that came in, or we had an answer for them some way, shape, or form. So that's where that came from. And and we've just grown from there. And now it's always been a space that is just very welcoming, I think that's the one thing I've always taken pride in that people have said about my salon is that it's a space where everybody's included, where everybody feels seen and heard and valued. And that's the goal. Now it's kind of looks like you're coming into somebody's living room, and I love that feeling. It's very homey and cozy. So
I love that. Mentoring other stylists, how do you do that in your salon through your education work?
So that's a daily thing. It's a daily process. I don't do a lot of it online, aside from obviously who know me from Pure Brazilian or anything like that. I have mentored quite a few stylists in the area, and it's just it's a daily process. Like I set up education in the salon, and I do that. I welcome other stylists in. But it's also like when you see something, you're helping. You're listening to. I'm constantly listening to what's going on so that I can see like, consultation didn't go fully as it should have gone. I heard something that the stylist didn't hear, and we teach on that too. So
that's great. And then from a motivation perspective, how do you motivate your team? Because it sounds like a beautiful environment, ever changing education. Homey vibe. Like, how are you motivating?
So I think that's just part of what we continue to do is it's kind of a community aspect, and that continues to motivate me, showing that I'm educating myself continually. That's a motivation in itself, or motivator, excuse me.
Yeah. And I think it's a great example to set for the team that you're, seasoned, highly accomplished in your career, but there's always more, right?
Yes, I think so.
I like that. And then with a mix of creativity and precision, how do you approach teaching stylists to combine those two things, creativity and precision?
So the basics is the most important thing. Once you know the basics, once you know the rules, you can break them, you can bend them, so it's making sure that they hone in on that, and then they can take and flip their ideas and their things anywhere from there. You can there's so many options with everything, even the chemicals, just know the basics. So it's just really honing in on that and making sure that that's where we start.
Then we can get creative.
Absolutely.
Which we love. I think the consultation is so important. And you mentioned that a couple minutes ago. How do stylists, or if a stylist is listening and they want to understand client communication and how you build that trust, what is your approach to that?
So really, really listening. A client can come in and show you a picture. They have no idea, like very, very most generally. And I don't mean that to speak down on a client. We're who are educated here. And it's important that we're listening to how they're doing their hair regularly, what their lifestyle is like. Like that's one of the biggest things too, is I think sometimes we forget to really find out about our guests' lifestyle and how they conduct their day to day, because that's going to make so much difference in whether that style or that color or that thing is going to work for them. If and that's our job, to educate them and help them with that. They see this bright, beautiful blonde, but they're not able to come in every 4 to 6 weeks. You're not going to, this is what it's going to look like in this amount of time. How do you feel about that?
I think that's important up top too. Do you ever have anyone that is disgruntled by that, or no?
It's absolutely. Absolutely. However, I think that open line of
Yeah.
communication, it helps them trust you more. It helps them understand, like, I really, that you as the stylist really care about what you're delivering to them. It's not just about what money you're going to take from them at the end of the service. It's about their hair. It's about them. It's about making them happy, because we're here to serve them.
Yeah, that's great. Let's get into Pure Brazilian and their healthy hair philosophy. How did you first partner with the brand?
Well, I was truly and honestly dragged kicking and screaming by Andy.
Do we like that? Are we happy about that?
And he says that all the time as well. No, Andy is one of he's a dear friend of mine. I love him very much. And he was my sales rep for many years. And when he teamed up with Pure Brazilian, he called me and he said, "I need you." And I said, "Excuse me?"
It's great to be needed. We want to be needed.
So I joined the team when he sent me the product. I said, "Andy, I stopped doing all of this stuff quite a while ago. Because I did. I wasn't liking what I was seeing. I wasn't liking the results that I was getting. And he sent me the product. I tried it for a few weeks and I said, "Okay, I'm here for it. What do I got to do?"
So you believed in the product. It kind of changed
Absolutely.
your mindset on, hey, this is a healthy alternative, right?
Absolutely. Yep. That was what brought it back into my salon at all.
Okay. I like that. So you've described Pure Brazilian clear keratin treatment as filling in the quote potholes in the hair, which I love that analogy. And it's so basic for people to understand, right? Because you're like, I don't know what keratin does. I don't know as a consumer what I need. Can you explain that analogy for those that aren't aware of what keratin is?
Yes. So first, that didn't come from me. That was taught to me. But thank you. So it's just like the road. When the guys come and they fill those potholes, it's because we're lacking the oh gosh, what is it called? My brain, the asphalt that needs to be there, right? And our hair loses keratin daily with product use, with heat, with environmental things, with water. Some of our water is damaging to our hair. So what our product does, it goes in, it fills those spaces that have been lost, and we wash out the rest. So we don't have that awful buildup. We don't have damage from, protein on top of protein, which has been an issue in the industry before. We don't have that because we rinse it all out at the end, anything that isn't needed. So.
Okay. What sets the brand apart from other smoothing systems? Because we know there's a whole host of them, plus, minus, negative, whatever it might be. Why do we want to use Pure Brazilian?
Because less chemicals. Less harsh chemicals, excuse me, less heat, less product use. You're getting more bang for your buck. You're giving your clients a healthier alternative. We have very little, the least amount that we can put in to make the product do what it has to do. So
I didn't know that. That's incredible. What about the transformation? So you've got the consultation. We're like, we're going to do this too. What do you typically see after introducing the clients to the brand?
I see people loving their natural texture again. The best transformations are the ones with, textured hair, lots of curls or anything like that. Who, I hate my hair. I don't want this. I don't want that. It's always frizzy. It's always, out to here. Yeah. I'm like, let me take care of that. And you get done and their curls are hydrated, they're shiny, they're bouncy, they're happy, and their clients are just glowing afterwards. They're so happy with the results.
Is it hard to convince somebody to add this on to their service?
Not at all.
Yeah.
No, right. I have not had any issues with that whatsoever. I think clients, once you explain what it's going to do for them, they understand that it's necessary, because really it's necessary for everyone. Everyone loses keratin. Everyone needs keratin added back in. And we have 3 different systems, and each one of those is good for anyone. So you're going to do that depending on what their wants and needs are.
Okay. Can you walk me through those three? Because that's what my next question was. How do you customize it for different hair types?
So really the hair type isn't necessarily the thing. It's
Okay.
more what they're needing as
Okay.
in my opinion. Okay. So you could do any one of these systems on any person and get the same result with all
Okay.
three systems. However, if it is someone who's pregnant, nursing, someone under 13 years old, if there's somebody in the salon who's pregnant, nursing, if there's children regularly in your salon, I would definitely suggest going with the clear formula. That's our vegan formula. There is absolutely no release of any of the formaldehyde or anything like that.
Okay.
You don't have any issues with any of that. There's none of the harsh chemicals. It's all vegan formula.
Great.
So, but somebody who's coming in for, I have tons of, gray retouch. They're in every 4 weeks. They're washing their hair maybe twice a week, if that, which a lot of people do anyways, depending on, things. And if you reset that scalp, a lot of times they're able to do that anyways. I'll do an express on all of them because they're in every 4 weeks anyway. So it's silly to try and do a full formula when they're going to be in. So it helps them with that. And then there's people that are just they don't want to sit a little bit longer. So if they don't have any reason to be doing the clear, then I'll go in with our original formula and it's just super fast.
How fast?
90 minutes.
Oh, that is.
And obviously that will change depending, a little bit depending on the texture or anything like that. But for the most part, you can get that done in 90 minutes and they're in and out.
And then what is the clear? So go through 1, 2, and 3, like time duration wise. I'm curious.
So the clear, you're going to let sit for a half hour to 45 minutes. That's got a processing time in it, whereas the original does not. The express is literally spray it in, blow dry style, and they're out the door.
Okay. Got it.
So that can team up with any color service, chemical service, anything. So.
And I love this too from a revenue perspective. Like we want to build our ticket, right?
Absolutely.
Talk to me about that and how you encourage other stylists to add this on and what it's resulted in roughly.
So I can't give you the numbers as far as how it has increased my salon. However, I know that it has. I should know those numbers, but I do not at the moment. Okay. But the express is added on and you can upcharge, 30% at regular blowout service for that. Okay. I charge $50 some odd for it, but added on, right? Okay. Added on to any service. So that alone is incredible. And it's 15 sprays max.
Yeah. So, I mean, it's like a total no-brainer, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. And you're going to, not only that, but you're enhancing your color. You're giving it strength, you're giving it shine. Like I said, happier hair.
Yeah. Love that.
Yeah. And this time of year is so important because dry air, dry hair. So the biggest thing with pure Brazilian is the low heat, less product. And I think we kind of went over that and the safer chemical, we don't have the chemicals. So I think that's the best thing for any salon to have. You're taking care of your clients. You're taking care of yourselves. I mean, we know that in this industry, we are overwhelmed with chemicals. I struggled with infertility. I can't have children. And I have done as much as I can and continue to try to change that in my salon and moving forward for other people, educating to help with that.
That's great. Thanks for sharing.
Absolutely.
What about misconceptions around keratin treatments in general? Because we know that they've gotten a bad rap over the years. Pure Brazilian is clearly very different. What are those misconceptions that somebody's saying, I'm not doing it? What are we saying to them?
So they think it's going to straighten or change the texture of the hair. They think it's going to build up, like I had talked about earlier. There's been a lot of issues with that, with the protein. We have a hydrolyzed keratin. So hydrolyzed keratin is basically, they explain it as you can take sugar, right? And you can take out 1 grain of sugar, right? But if you have powdered sugar, can you take out a grain of powdered sugar? Can't do that. So that's what like a hydrolyzed keratin does. It will go deep in, do what it needs to do, and then we can rinse out anything that's excess there.
Another good analogy. I like that.
Mm.
Potholes and sugar.
Potholes and sugar.
How do you see Pure Brazilian helping stylists not just improve results, but build stronger client relationships through both education and healthy hair care?
Well, when they're happy and their hair is healthy, they're going to come back to you. And when you're educating your guests when they're in your chair, they're going to come back to you because they trust you. They know that you're looking for the best for them. So, and
I like that.
Again, we did touch on that. So,
yeah. What about favorite moments when you're teaching other stylists? Are there any where people are like, whoa, this is blowing my mind?
I think my favorite moments is more so when I get messages like a week or a month or months after I've taught the class and they're like, hey, I want you to see this. And this is how this went. Like, I just love that through my educating, they are able to continue to serve more and more people. And they're just getting the best of the results and they're so happy about it. And they're thanking us and the product. That's my favorite part about it.
I like that. And it's improving their confidence and their energy, I'm sure, right?
Absolutely. Absolutely. The clients, the stylists, everyone.
If you could leave listeners with one truth about beauty and resilience in our industry, what would it be?
I think the biggest part of, I don't know about beauty and resilience, but this industry, your resilience is built on your education, on your growth. And I think that's the most important part of this industry as a whole, is continuing to educate yourself. You never know it all. Just keep taking those classes, keep learning, and you're gonna stay strong in the industry through that.
Perfect. You clearly have a strong voice in our industry. If there's young stylists out there saying, how do I get there? I want to be like her. I want to work with the brand. I want to give back. How do they start?
So I just don't feel that way myself. So my biggest thing is with my clients. I've never pushed to have a voice in the industry. I love that. That's a thing for people, but that's not for me. I think the most important thing is our guests, and the more that we serve our guests in a strong way, and our education continues to help them, that's what's most important. So I think for the industry as a whole, I don't know if I can speak on that as well.
Okay, great, perfect. All right, that was fun. We talked all about the brand. Thank you so much. Now we have something that we call the Tease Quick Takes. And if you're ready, I'm just going to fire them at you.
Let's go for it.
All right. What is the craziest styling request that you've ever received from a guest?
So I had one guest and I love her dearly. She's fantastic, but she liked this just one thing. Just this one little, and it drove me crazy to do it. It drove me crazy, but it made her happy. It made her feel good. She was, that's what gave her confidence. So I did it. Did
you color it? You mean it was just one?
No, it was how the cut went. Like she didn't. So she didn't want. She had very long hair. Gorgeous, absolutely thick, beautiful hair. But she had to have this one little piece. She wouldn't let me connect it. She wouldn't let me make No, it was literally just a piece that went here. And God love her. And I'm not,
Yeah, it's
just what made her happy.
Maybe it was like her security blanket.
Exactly.
Exactly. Just like I can see it.
That, and it, was fun.
That's great. What is your go-to song, playlist, or podcast to listen to when you're working?
So with our salon, we always have it on kind of like spa-like music. We try to keep a very relaxed vibe. I don't really go towards any specific song or anything like that because everybody likes something different. And I feel like that kind of allows the vibe to be comfortable where they're not necessarily going to like that, but they can be calm and relaxed in it.
Yeah.
So
perfect. Bucket list item that you want to check off in the next 6 months or a year.
So I have my mom and I share a birthday.
Oh,
and the 3 years, I haven't been able to do anything with her
Yeah.
on our birthday because I've been at Premiere Orlando.
Oh,
So, excuse me, the last 2 years, I apologize. So this year, my goal is to have her come with me to Premiere, and then I want to take her on a really nice vacation afterwards. So
I
that's
love that. That's beautiful. And what a dream to have the same birthday. I mean, as a mom,
I
you're
don't
like,
know if it was
what?
great for her, but I love it.
I mean, that's awesome. I mean, I wonder what the odds of that actually are, right?
Right.
What is the current social media trend that you just don't understand?
I don't know if it's social media or just the 6'7" thing, right?
Yeah, I know. It's getting old. I was
Yeah,
at
I don't know what that is. I don't know why we do that.
I know.
And I don't know if that's actually social media or just the kids started that. I really don't know.
I was at a basketball game and they were doing like the Jumbotron and everybody was like doing this. And I was like, can we not? Like, I think that's done.
What is this? What is
That's
this?
done.
I'm definitely an old head in the industry now. So I'm like,
So we can say, no, it's not
yeah,
working.
let's not.
Kids. If you could have an unlimited supply of one thing for the rest of your life, what would you pick?
I'm with my loved ones.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Absolutely.
I get that from you. Yeah. Well, thank you so much for joining us. One last thing, I'd love for you to shout out your social media channels and the brand socials so everybody can go follow Pure Brazilian and you.
Okay, so it's at Pure Brazilian for Instagram, and I believe they're the same on Facebook.
Okay.
And I am at CassondraGrace.gems on Instagram. So, and you can follow the salon if you like, Gems Salon, GEMSALON. So,
love that.
Love
We'll be
to see
following
us.
you. We'll be
Thank
keeping
you.
track of you.
fantastic.
Thank you so
I love
much.
it. Thank you.
I feel like I actually have a much better understanding of how Pure Brazilian treatments really make sense for stylists now. Like, obviously, we've talked with Pure Brazilian before, but hearing it directly from the horse's mouth or whatever that awful phrase is, like, makes such a big difference.
All right, be sure to hit subscribe, rate, and review, and follow us on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, and TikTok at Read the Tease, and send in questions to volumeup@thetease.com.
Volume Up is a Tease Media production. This episode was produced by Monica Hickey and Madeline Hickey. James Arbaje is our editor and audio engineer. Thank you to the creative team for the custom Volume Up theme song and for putting together the graphics and videos for this episode.